Yes, guys, Google is in panic mode. Can it beat ChatGPT before it's too late? Google has dominated the internet for decades. Its search engine is the gateway to knowledge for billions. But in late 2022, something shook its empire. It's called ChatGPT. Suddenly, a chatbot could answer complex questions, write essays, and even crack jokes. And people started asking, do we still need Google at this point? Now, the tech giant is scrambling to catch up with this. But can it win the AI race before losing its crown? The rise of ChatGPT blindsided many, including Google. OpenAI tool spread like wildfire, hitting 100 million users in just 2 months. For the first time, Google faced a real threat to its core business, which is search. Why type questions into Google and scroll through ads when a chatbot can give you the answer you want in a direct and resu- conversational way? And investors noticed. Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, saw its stock dropping after ChatGPT launch. And the message this time was clear: you need to innovate or die. Google isn't new to AI. In fact, it pioneered breakthroughs like the transformer architecture, which powers ChatGPT, but moved cautiously, worried about questions such as ethics and misinformation, and also harming its ad revenue. OpenAI, on the other hand, had no such limitations. It pushed hard, releasing ChatGPT to the public while Google kept its similar tech locked into their own labs. This hesitation has cost Google dearly. By the time it rushed out Bard, at the time its ChatGPT rival, the public reaction was lukewarm. Bard's early mistakes went viral, hurting trust in the company. Money issues is at the heart of this battle. Google makes around $200 billion yearly, mostly from ads tied to search. If AI chatbots replace traditional search, those ads would instantly vanish. Can you imagine asking a chatbot, what's the best budget laptop, instead of asking Google? The chatbot might recommend a product directly, skipping Google ad filled results. Advertisers would then flock to AI platforms, starving Google's cash cow. This fear helps to explain why Google is pouring billions of dollars into AI only now. It's not just about pride, it is for its own survival. And the pressure is now showing. Google recently merged its AI teams, streamlined projects, and even brought back co founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin for strategy talks. This is a sign of a panic mode, according to insiders. The company is speeding up releases of its AI, now called Gemini, its answer to ChatGPT. But speed risks quality. When rushing AI tools, these can spread errors or if offensive content, damage even more Google's reputation. It's therefore a tightrope walk. Move fast enough to compete, but not so fast that those mistakes backfire. Meanwhile, OpenAI isn't sitting still. It's improving ChatGPT and adding features like voice, image interaction, and others. Microsoft, OpenAI's biggest investor, is backing ChatGPT into Bing, Office, and Windows. This gives AI a huge edge. This, this gives OpenAI a huge edge distribution. Google has its own ecosystem with Android, YouTube, Gmail. But integrating AI is a tricky thing. Users won't switch to Google AI just because it's there. It needs to be better. Investors are watching closely. Alphabet's stock has rebounded, but uncertainty lingers on. If Google's AI efforts fail, its 1.7 trillion market cap could crumble. But on the flip side, if Gemini or a new AI powered search system wins users back, Google could dominate for the next era of tech. So the stakes are very high. Regulatory matters complicate things. Governments around the world are cracking down on big tech, and AI is in their crosshairs. Google, with its history of antitrust lawsuits, must tread carefully. OpenAI, as a young player, has more wiggle room. If regulations slow Google down, their rivals could sprint ahead. Another problem is Google's culture. Former employees say that the bureaucracy slows decisions. Teams work in silos, competing rather than collaborating. Startups like OpenAI, on the other hand, are nimble and pivot fast. Google's size, once an asset, is now a burden to the company. And to win, it needs to act like a startup again. Start taking risks and embracing chaos. That's easier said than done for a company that is already 25 years old. And here there is also the question of monetization. ChatGPT offers a $20 monthly subscription for premium features, and Google relies on ads. Will users pay for AI search, or will Google stick to ads, risking a worse user experience? Now it is experimenting with both, but the right balance is unclear. If you get it wrong, users will leave. But if you get it right, profits soar. So, as you see, the AI race is not just about technology, it is also about trust. People trust Google for reliable info, but AI hallucinations, in other words, false answers presented as facts, could erode that trust. Google's Bard once wrongly claimed that James Webb Telescope took the first exoplanet photos. That's not true. ChatGPT also makes similar errors, but users expect less from a chatbot from a small company than from Google. If Google AI stumbles, its brand will suffer more. So, what's next? Google is betting big on AI agents, in other words, tools that can perform tasks autonomously, like, for example, booking flights or writing code. This kind of agent could make Google indispensable again. However, these agents so far are just promises. Meanwhile, OpenAI is already launching custom GPTs, which let users build their own AI tools. So, this innovation gap is narrowing each day. Some analysts say that Google's panic is in fact overblown. Search will certainly not disappear overnight. Many people still trust Google for certain kinds of queries, and their ads are not going away anytime soon. However, a trend is clear. AI is changing how we access information. So, Google must adapt or become the next Yahoo, a big giant that has faded and is replaced by a smarter technology. So, as you see, the clock is ticking. Google has the talent and the data and also the money to fight back. But in technology, legacy often drags companies down. Will Google AI leap be enough or is already too late? The answer will shape the future of the internet. If you are the owner of Alphabet stock, buckle up because this AI revolution may be very volatile, especially for holders of AI companies. If you want to learn more about AI stocks and investing, please subscribe to our newsletter. We offer weekly information and tips on stock trends and technology. That's all for today. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and see you on the next video. Bye.